Your witness wants to know. I'm Madhavdas Gopalkrishnan. On the show today, the top story that we're looking at are the hectic parleys and meetings that are underway in the national capital as the BJP prepares to finalize names of chief ministers of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. As we speak, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda are in the parliament holding meetings with some of the CM probables. Popular OBC leader Baba Balaknath, whom many call the Yogi of Rajasthan, was reported to be holding a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah a short while ago. Union Minister Gajendra Shekhawat and BJP President JP Nadda also arrived at Parliament and are expected to hold a meeting with Amit Shah. In the meantime, former Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje was also given an appointment to meet BJP President JP Nadda, but that meeting is yet to take place. Remember that Vasundhara Raje was summoned by the party high command after she hosted a dinner for some of the party MLAs, which is being seen as a part of her muscle flexing. However, upon arriving in Delhi, she's downplayed the situation, saying that she has just arrived to meet her daughter-in-law.
मैम आज आई हैं, क्या एजेंडा रहने वाला है?
I come to see my daughter-in-law.
मैम बीजेपी आला कमान से मीटिंग भी है क्या?
Well, as per reports from Jaipur, there were over 6 BJP MLAs who were kept in a hotel. There was a high drama reportedly outside the hotel when father of one of the BJP MLAs reached there and created ruckus. Father of MLA Lalit Meena claims that his son and other MLAs are being kept there as a bargaining chip. Now, all these MLAs are said to be of the Vasundhara camp, and since then, massive conspiracy theory has been floated that Vasundhara kept her MLAs at the hotel to mount pressure on the party's top brass. Sources, however, within the Vasundhara Raje camp have rejected these theories, calling them rumour-mongering. Sources tell Times Now that 6 MLAs who are all from the Jhalawar area, which is Vasundhara's area of influence, these MLAs are camping in Jaipur for government formation and have rather been simply provided accommodation by Vasundhara Raje as a matter of courtesy, since they come from her constituency. The father of one of the MLAs has a family feud with his son and created a scene at the hotel to make a private fight look like a political controversy.
तो मिलने गया था तो फिर वो कार्यालय में मिलने उसको एक विधायक ने मना कर दिया कि वहाँ मिलने मत जा। तो मेरी जानकारी में आया कि तो फिर मैंने कहा भाई कार्यालय तो जाएंगे, तो मैं जाके लेने गया उसको, जाके ले आया और कुछ लोगों ने व्यवधान किया। 10-5 लोग वहाँ खड़े थे कि वो हम नहीं जाने देंगे। फिर क्या था, फिर मैं उनको ले आया, मेरे साथ भी 10-5 जने थे, लेके आ गया उसको।
कहाँ गए थे, कहाँ लेने गए थे आप? कहाँ का मामला है?
वो एक रिसोर्ट है अपना, अपना राजस्थान वाला रिसोर्ट है उसमें।
हेमराज जी, ये इशू क्या था? क्या
कितने विधायक वहाँ थे? किसने रोक रखा था? किसके बुलाए पे गए थे?
उसको दुष्यंत सिंह जी ले गए थे साथ में, और तो कोई नहीं था।
मैडम के बेटे
दुष्यंत सिंह जी ले गए थे।
सांसद रोका किसने? आप जब लेकर आना चाह रहे थे, रोका कौन से विधायक ने रोका?
वही एक अपने कंवरलाल एक विधायक था, उसे रोका था।
However, the Congress and the India allies have targeted the BJP over the delay. The opposition bloc has called it proof of a divisive house within the BJP, saying that this will only further worsen the infighting in the party.
It just goes to show that the process is being followed by the Congress party. They've realized that they have a bigger responsibility towards the electorate of Telangana, and they have given a face to the person who will be responsible for taking forward all the commitments. Here we are seeing a process where 2 people in the centre will decide who the chief minister will be. You're seeing musical chairs happen, dissent happen, discussion happen. It's been 4 days, and we're also seeing the situation in Rajasthan unfolding in Rajasthan, and yet there is no accountability being decided. It's shameful that despite 4 days of election results, you still don't have more important states of India do not have a chief minister.
उन्हें 3 मुख्यमंत्री चुनना है। 11 सांसदों के इस्तीफे हो चुके और अभी तक उनका मुख्यमंत्री नहीं है। वसुंधरा जी यहाँ दर आ जा रही हैं हर जगह। मुझे जो आशंका लगती है, हमें नहीं मालूम कि भाजपा के अंदर जो अटल अडवाणी युग था, उसमें जो बचे खुचे चेहरे हैं, उनको समाप्त करके मोदी और अमित शाह के प्रतिबद्ध लोगों को मौका देने के लिए हो रहा है। अगर कर पाएंगे तो वो करेंगे। उन्हें भाजपा से ज्यादा चिंता अपनी है।
तेलंगाना में कांग्रेस की मेजॉरिटी आई इस 5 विधानसभा के जो चुनाव हुए वो तुरंत मुख्यमंत्री को शपथ दिला दी। ये बताता है कि कांग्रेस हाईकमांड का जो कंट्रोल है वो पूरी तरह से वो है, कोई इनफाइटिंग नहीं है। क्योंकि बीजेपी में 4-5 दिन हो गए लेकिन अभी तक उनके विधायक दल की बैठक भी नहीं हो पाई तीनों जगह, और एक इनफाइटिंग जैसी स्थिति मैं समझता हूँ दिख रही है।
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us with us is Varun Singh, who's a political analyst. Also joining us on the broadcast is Renu Mittal, senior journalist. Lokesh Jindal, political analyst, is with us. But I want to go first and foremost to Charu Pragya, BJP spokesperson. Charu Pragya, you heard the voices coming in from the Congress. They're saying 4 दिन हो गए लेकिन विधायक दल तक की बैठक नहीं हुई. Questions coming in from your political rivals as to why you're taking so long to decide the chief ministerial phase in these 3 states.
Good evening, Madhav. It's very nice to see the opposition up in arms and so worried about what's going on within our party. But we are a party which works on an internal system of democracy. We are a party which works with utmost discipline. And rest assured, when we announce our CM, it is not going to be a CM which is going to wash dirty linen in public like all the CM faces of Congress has done in the past. If you remember the elections 5 years ago, where unfortunately BJP had not won these 3 states, Congress took over a week to decide and announce the CM face, and we know what happened afterwards. Madhya Pradesh was an open war of words between Jyotiraditya Scindia ji and Kamal Nath ji. We saw the infighting come onto the roads from Rajasthan between Sachin Pilot and Gehlot ji, and the same thing continued in Chhattisgarh between T.S. Singh Deo ji and Baghel Singh ji. And it's no different today.
Okay.
There continues to be infighting everywhere, but that's not how BJP functions. We are going to choose the best leader for the states to take the state ahead, to work for the welfare of that state. And I think we just need to take a step back now. The opposition needs to take a step back now and let BJP focus on good governance. They've done enough destruction in the times that they were in power.
Okay. Quick response from Lokesh Jindal. You have taken over a week, and clearly Charu Pragya is saying we've seen how dirty linen has been washed in public. You want to ensure that doesn't happen this time around. Lokesh, your response to Charu.
Well, Madhav, we have seen what happens in BJP. BJP is a political party which is confused who will be the CM and more confused who all will be deputy CMs. Whether it is Uttar Pradesh, whether it is Maharashtra, we have seen a new era of politics emerging in Indian federal structure, whereby the center not only wants CMs, but there is a significant politics on deputy CMs as well. They have made a mockery out of state government, to tell you very frankly, Madhav. Look at what is happening in Maharashtra. I ask you one simple question.
What is happening in Maharashtra? I'm asking you what is happening in Maharashtra.
Who is the real chief minister of Maharashtra?
Let him speak, Charu Pragya. Let him speak. You had your say. Let him have a speak. You can respond to him. Let him speak.
Enlighten me, Charu. Who is the real chief minister of Maharashtra? Is it Devendra Fadnavis ji? Is it Eknath Shinde? Is it like what form of a khichdi are you making in Maharashtra? And when it comes to Uttar Pradesh, the reason why you were not sacking Brij Bhushan was simply because of the pressure you were going through in dealing with Yogi Adityanath. The entire political circles, they know. And it is very much clear out in the open how the center in the BJP political circle is trying hard to so as to control every state unit that it come across.
We are focused on governance. Why don't you focus on that too?
Governance? First form the government, only then the governance will come.
Dream up these stories. It's so easy for you to dream up these stories.
Charu ji,
you are not focusing on what.
Let us not put the cart before the horse. Let us first form the government and then talk about the governance.
No, you are discussing
if you have an improper government, how can you focus upon the governance?
Why should I accept it? Why should I allow you to say all this on national television? What proof do you have? Did you listen into some conversations?
I have proof.
Were you invited for an internal meeting? No, please tell me.
No,
Were you
tell me
invited
one
for
thing.
an internal
No.
meeting, Mr.
Tell me
Jindal?
one thing.
Tell me.
In
And
Maharashtra,
tell me
you have
one
Ajit Pawar,
incident. No, tell
you have
me
Devendra
one.
Fadnavis, you have Eknath Shinde.
Can I
In
speak
Uttar
now?
Pradesh,
Can I speak now?
you
Yes,
have a political
we have a chief
division of
minister, we have a
politics.
deputy chief minister.
Where I'm talking
but
about
have you
any
ever
state you
seen?
come across.
Have you ever seen any
You
kind of an
are
order that has
Okay, one by one.
Unlike in the Congress
He's made
government.
certain charges. He's saying that we don't know who's controlling the government there in Maharashtra. That's his charge. Your response to him. Charu Pragya, very quickly, then I go across to others. Yes.
Yeah, that's only figments of his imagination, Madhav. We have a deputy chief minister and we have a chief minister. We have clear division of powers there, and
have
Maharashtra
two
is running
deputy chief
perfectly
ministers.
fine. But he
No, you have two
actually
deputy
is,
chief ministers.
sitting in a place of convenience because he forgets the way we did debate after debate on why Sachin Pilot and Gehlot ji could not remain in the same camp. Why tall leaders of the Congress continue to leave Congress.
No, but Charu, the question
One
still
after the
remains.
other
Charu, the
till
question still remains. What's taking so long? Are you upset that certain leaders of the old guard would be upset if their choice of chief minister is not put in? Whether we're talking about Vasundhara Raje in Rajasthan, whether we're talking about Shivraj over here in Madhya Pradesh, is that the fear within the Congress that is taking so long? That's the obvious question. Because if there's no change, then why is it taking so long?
First of all, Madhav, now all these dreamy scenarios that the opposition would like to build up is only to hide their incompetency. Number one. The number two thing is that we are going to call for a meeting of all the MLAs, and democratically we will select who's going to be the best person to be the chief minister.
So what's stopping that from happening?
Thirdly, even
What stops a
before,
meeting of
the
MLAs, Charu
elections
Pragya?
happened, even before the elections happened, no CM face had been announced. Everybody worked shoulder to shoulder round the clock to ensure a thumping victory for BJP. Now here is a party where our discipline and our dedication to the welfare of the people overrides everything, and the opposition will do well to remember that.
Even if I agree with everything that you've said, and there's no doubt you've received the mandate of the people, what is holding back from a meeting of MLAs? You're saying that the MLAs have to meet and decide the leader. What's stopping that?
Yes.
Simple question.
And I'm sure it's only going to
question
be a
is, who will
matter
lead
of a
the
couple
pudding?
of hours, if not days, before we have a very competent and a very successful chief minister at the helm of affairs in all three.
Okay, let me get Renu Mittal come in. Renu Mittal, it's just a matter of hours, if not days, before there is a government sworn in all the three states. That's what the BJP spokesperson is saying. Your response to her?
You see, I don't really put too much of an emphasis on this. If it takes a few more days, it doesn't matter. Political parties have a right to sort of churn through their various candidates, get opinions within the party, and then take a considered decision. I'm sure the Congress has also taken just as long or maybe even longer in some of the cases. Okay, in Telangana it happened fast, fine, good for them. But the fact is that these are not really important issues. Important issue is that the BJP leadership at the moment is wanting to get rid of the old guard and bring in new people who will be loyalists to Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. And that's probably taking a little bit of time because they have to talk to a lot of people. Now the fact is that Vasundhara is out, I think Shivraj is out, Raman Singh is out. So they're looking at new options. I'm sure Modi ji has it clearly in his mind what he wants to do. But the fact also is that this process is taking longer because there was no public face to the campaign. It was a collective kind of a leadership. A lot of leaders who gave up their MPship here were promised that they would become chief ministers if they won the maximum number of seats from their areas. Now there was a lot of vying, and I know about Rajasthan, a lot of leaders were really active and on the ground, and they worked hard and they got this kind of a result. Now if they have aspirations to become chief ministers, there's nothing wrong with it. Some will be adjusted in good portfolios, some will be made deputy chief ministers, some will have other portfolios. So the fact is that the leadership has to do this balancing act, as does Congress, as does BJP, as does any other political party.
So it's a problem of plenty essentially, but of course they have to keep all the considerations in mind for the future of the caste confederations, etc. in all the states. But let me bring in Varun on that.
Point to make.
Yeah, let me one by one. I'm coming across one by one to each of you. Varun has not yet spoken. Allow him to come into the debate. One simple question that many will ask is this, and that the Congress is asking is this. They are saying that in Telangana we formed the government. Yeah. Okay, Renu, you want to quickly complete your point?
Finish my sentence, please.
Quickly.
I want to just say that one point, that Congress would do well to look within and see why they've reached this stage of so much defeat, rather than now pointing fingers. It's just been a few days since the elections. Give them a chance and give yourself a chance. Why don't you cogitate over what has gone wrong with you and your party in the heartland?
Okay. Varun, before you, I think then Lokesh has to answer that. It's a direct question to the Congress. So Lokesh, would you like to respond to Renu? She's normally not somebody who's very directly supports the BJP. She's covered the Congress for several decades, but she's also questioning that rather than focusing on these non-issues, should focus on the fundamental and basic issues.
Madhav, let me give a prophecy today. The way politics are shaping up in Rajasthan, there is a possibility of a major political defection happening in Rajasthan and an entire verdict getting upside down. All I can tell you is right now, the main reason why BJP is taking so much of time is because there is a political turmoil.
No, Lokesh Jindal, give us specifics. Now you can't just throw something up in the air and not justify your statement. On what basis are you saying this? I'm allowing you. On what basis are you saying this? Tell us on national television.
I'm being very, very clear that if BJP takes any wrong decision, there shall be a major political defection happening in Rajasthan.
Who will cause the defection?
See a major political.
Is the Congress going to cause it? Mr. Gehlot is going to cause it? Or is some leader in the BJP going to cause it? Come on, tell us, Lokesh. Because the problem with this argument, Lokesh, I'll tell you is this. Tomorrow Charu Pragya will come out and say, your Telangana government is going to fall in 1 week.
Not happening.
Telangana government will fall in 1 week, she will say. And you will ask her what is the proof. So I'm asking you, in the interest of fairness, justify your statement.
You have to worry about Rajasthan, and all I would say right now is wait and watch. One mistake if BJP does, and there is going to be a major political defection in Rajasthan.
Okay, but you're not even able to justify why you're saying that. There is no proof of what you're saying, but I'm going to let Varun Singh come in. Varun Singh, the point being made over here by Congress is this. Of course, many have spoken about the various aspects of this debate, but the point that many are making is this, that the fact that BJP is taking so long appears to be a little uncharacteristic. Normally, we see decisions very quickly taken by BJP and the opposite happening in the Congress. The tables appear to be turned, whichever way you look at it this time around.
Oh, no, not at all. I agree with Renu ji that the BJP has too many options to choose from. To be very honest, right now, Rajasthan, in MP, in Chhattisgarh, the number of leaders, the new leaders, the old leaders, there are so many options with the BJP that they need to be choosing someone wisely. Secondly, the most important thing over here is it was very clear in Telangana that if they were going with someone else, there could have been a defection. And that is the reason the Congress, unlike earlier instances, they decided fast, because it is a history of Congress where they take time. They have seen that many of the leaders try finding ways out with other political parties and go. But to avoid that, Congress did it. But here in the BJP, you have to be very careful with one thing. In BJP, you rarely see leaders defecting, because there is a history of all those leaders who have defected. They have never managed to come back with that kind of support. I don't want to cite examples, but there are multiple examples over here, because many of them later on came in the BJP.
Right.
Absolutely, there's one point, as someone who sees Rajasthan from outside, it also bothers to me that at a time when there's so much unrest happening in this state, the decision on the CM should be taken fast. And I'm sure the High Command sitting in
I'm going to request
Delhi,
all of you to hold on to your thoughts for just a minute. We're going to slip into a quick break, but we're back with this debate in just a few moments. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We are discussing the problems within, in fact, the decision-making process, rather, that's taking so long as far as the 3 states where the BJP has won. Of course, the consultation process is currently underway. Series of meetings that have taken place. Can the old war horses win the CM's race is the question that's being asked at this point of time. Charu Pragya, coming back to the point, at the end of the day, it's this. At the end of the day, the balancing of concerns of the traditional, old guard, the big faces that, we were hearing earlier that Renu Mittal was also referring to, or going with fresh faces, because it is a fact that several members of parliament had actually contested in this poll. The question is, are we going to see those members of parliament become the chief ministerial faces in these 3 states? Yes or no?
So one thing I can say with a lot of conviction, Madhav, and that is that whoever becomes the chief minister, the others will rally around that person and make sure the state functions to the best of their abilities all together. We'll function like a team and we'll ensure the people of that state do not suffer no matter what. See, all these discussions that the opposition is suddenly raking up is to only distract people from their
But will
own
it be like
failures.
Kailash Vijayvargiya,
So-
who says that there was no Ladli Lakshmi scheme in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh and still we won? Will that be the kind of unity that we see?
Well, I'm sure he didn't mean it like that, right? So there
Oh,
are different
come on.
reasons
Let's
for
be-
our victories in different places.
He's not a
Ladli
greenhorn,
Lakshmi has
ma'am.
been a brilliant scheme, and we give all credits to Mamaji for that scheme. The women of the state have greatly benefited from that scheme. But because I was
But
talking
Mamaji
about
saying he has
the
no aspirations.
failures-
Lokesh, quick response. Mamaji is saying he has no
Yeah,
aspirations.
And look at that. I think that is
Madhav.
the sign of a true leader who's devoted
Okay.
to his party and to
Madhav.
his
Okay, he's sacrificing everything,
Madhav.
working selflessly.
Let's just say-
He's working selflessly. Lokesh, quick response. Almost out of time.
See, it's not about
हाथी के
sacrifice.
दिखाने के और
Yeah.
खाने के दांत अलग होते हैं
Let him come in now. Quick response, Lokesh. 30 seconds.
माधव हाथी के दिखाने के दांत और खाने के दांत अलग होते हैं we all know what's happening in BJP. There is a scramble amongst the politicians who wants to be the chief minister, and that's going to cause ripples right now.
Okay, it's a scramble that we normally see very often within the Congress party. This time it's happening within the BJP, but we'll have to leave it there for the moment. Who will win that race remains to be seen. Charu Pragya, Varun Singh, Renu Mittal, Lokesh Jindal, thanks so much for joining us this evening.